Women's Health Collective podcast. We are in the month of December, and this month we are talking about stress related to the holidays. This week's podcast is going to be focused on the gift giving stress or gift purchasing stress that we go through. And I'm going to let Bree take it on.
Gift giving and purchasing. So we have had to think through this a lot because we live in a tiny house and we don't have room for stuff. And so that kind of transformed how we do gift giving. We do a lot of consumable gifts. Those are the best kind of gifts to give people because they don't have to find a place for it later, right? So some of my favorite consumable gifts, which are super easy and just, I mean, you can give them to anyone, is books, because once you're done reading it, you don't have to keep it. You can pass it on to someone else. You can put it in a little free library. You can donate to a library sale. You can take it to the thrift store. Give it to a friend who you're like, hey, this book is awesome. You should also read this. Kids' books, amazing, right? Kids with more than 10 books in their house have like increased literacy, and there's all kinds of research around that. So books are my favorite gift to give. If you have a book that you absolutely love, you should be giving that to your friends because they need that information too. And obviously promoting literacy with children is amazing. So books are huge because you can read beyond your reading level with children and it really helps their brain development. Anyway, I could go on about books, but another really fun one is plants and seeds, because a lot of people want to garden or think they're going to garden, or they have kids and they could garden or they could plant something, but like, you know your audience obviously, but seeds are huge, especially heirloom seeds, vegetable seeds. You can do flower seeds, all kinds of things. Seeds are fantastic because it gives back, right? Once you give away seeds. Other great ideas for gift giving to simplify things are just gift cards for people to get what they want, which I know some people say is a cop-out, but if you get a gift card for someone for their favorite place and they get to go there and they don't have to pay for it, like that's an extra trip to their favorite place. That's fantastic. Another absolute favorite is making something for them, an edible something like their favorite cookie, fudge, whatever, something that they wouldn't have time to make for themselves, but they absolutely love it and would be so appreciative of that. Some of my favorite gifts are ones that people have made for me or they have baked or cooked for me, because it's just something that I wouldn't necessarily have time to do for myself, especially over the holidays. And so that can be really special too. If you're going to make something anyways, make extra, give it away as gifts. What else? Obviously, experiences. That is our most favorite thing to do with anyone that we love, is to just schedule a lunch date, schedule an escape room, schedule a concert, like tickets to something, and you're going with them, like giving to your spouse, your kids, like we're going to go to this activity as a family. Absolutely one of the best gifts that you can give, because you're creating more than just a thing. You're creating a memory that lasts a lifetime, especially if you take pictures. Here's my thing about going on adventures with people, like pay for the $20, cheap picture thing that they do at the venue. Like just get the picture. You're going to wish that you had the picture 10 years from now. And, don't be cheap when it comes to pictures at something where you're making a memory and someone's doing that for you. You don't have to take the picture, print it off, figure out where it's going to go. Like they put it in those cute little things. You can get a magnet, and every time you walk by the fridge or your kids see it, that's a fun memory of them remembering, what you did together. So I always say buy the pictures when you're traveling, which is another fantastic gift, is traveling together. We do that for holidays and all kinds of stuff. Anyways, I could go on and on, but like these are great ideas. Like you got to think outside the box. Also, small things are good, like jewelry, earrings, anything tiny, and so the people don't have to find a big space for it. Another thing that we do is reusable gift wrapping, which is fabric gift bags that I sewed, like I made. You don't have to be a real sewer to make them. You could order them online, have a friend make them, whatever. But they're so they fold flat, and they're just fabric and with a ribbon on it, and you just drop your present in, tie the ribbon. They look so cute under the tree. They're reusable for every single holiday, birthday, everything. And you're not going to the store and buying wrapping paper and all the things and having the huge wrapping station and all the stuff. Like we just have a little set of gift bags. presents go in there, they go under the tree, and it's done. So I also recommend gift bags for the same reason. They fold flat, you throw the gift in, like you're done. So simplifying wrapping for your kids on Christmas Eve is like a big deal because I'm a procrastinator. I'm going to be up all night wrapping if I don't have something quick. So those are my hacks for making gift giving easy. Give everyone you know a book, adults and children, give them seeds or plants or a fun experience and outing, and simplify your gift wrapping.
Okay.
I know that covers a lot. I'm sorry.
And there you go.
You pretty much just, yeah, there's the podcast, everyone.
I love all the things. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully that will inspire you to think outside the box when it comes to gift giving and just simplify things.
All right.
I know a lot of people do drawing names and other things, so I'm gonna let you guys, like, I'm curious what you do for your families. What do you do at your Christmas, Sherry?
My Christmas is very small because it's just the kids and us. So there's 5 of us basically. We as far as gift giving goes, I totally agree on the experiences because we did that last year. I wouldn't tell them where we were going or what we were doing, so there was an element of surprise in there too. And so we actually took a trip to like a safari zoo type place, and we did an experience with lemurs. I mean, yeah, we got to be in there with the lemurs, and they were so cute, and it was very cool. And I mean, and how many people can say they had lemurs sitting on their shoulder? I mean, really. So I'm like, how am I going to top that this year? I don't know. But yeah, experiences has always been a thing in my family. We did that with my mom every year. We always had to top what the experience was the year before. So that wasn't really a gift, but it was like the memories of it, you know, when she would come visit. So, but a lot of it, we don't really do much on the gift cards, but we will do cash for the kids because I don't even know how to buy them
Everybody
clothes.
loves
I don't
cash.
know how to buy them anything anymore. So, and then, you know, as far as consumable items, their stockings are full of healthier treats. So they get organic chocolate and they get some, you know, cool different nut mixes or something, you know, that's, you know, something like that. Some, you know, artisans, you know, type soaps and stuff like that so it's just fun stuff like that. And there are some gift cards to some of their favorite restaurants in the area. So, but then gas cards, that's another good one, is gas cards.
Nice.
So yeah, that's
I have to say with the cash thing, like the cash thing is fun. Like my husband's family does that every year, and like that takes away the guilt of spending money on yourself, right? It's like a treat yourself. It's like a freebie. Like I wasn't gonna have this money anyways. Like there's something that you've been like wanting for so long. It's like I finally, you know what? I'm gonna spend this money on myself. So I feel like giving people cash, like it takes away the guilt of like that we have so much of, you know what I mean? Like as moms, especially, like, because we always spend the money on our families, our kids, like important things, like we're responsible, like bills, like all the things. So like, so it's fun to have someone give you cash, and then, you know, that takes away the guilt and you can treat yourself.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
How about you, Julie?
Well, so our Christmas has looked a little bit different since Zach passed away. But before then, we used to do trips. So instead of like, for a few years, you know, it was just chaotic and crazy trying to make sure the gifts were even and we spent the right amount. It was just then I started just doing stockings with toiletry items and things that they needed. You know, they're going to get anyway, but I would buy the, you know, the extra nice or extra special. And then we would go on cruises or take trips. So, and we would always make it, you know, a really cool trip, like a trip to Ireland, or we'd do a hunting trip. But the goal behind the trip is that it has to be family, like we're all staying together. And they were always so fun to where we did. And you're right, those memories, they last forever. Like they're not going to remember what I bought them, but they will always remember the trips.
Right.
So, and then, so I've not been into the gift buy-in. Since the accident. It's just really hard. But what I do, sounds so bad, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but it was kind of healthy for me. I would go through the store and fill up a buggy, and I actually left it there a couple of times because I got so anxious. I just was like, oh, I can't do this anymore. But so I started doing coupon books instead of having to go and fight the hustle and bustle. So we do coupon books and homemade cards. And the coupon books, like Ken's daughter likes her house cleaned or, a dinner made. So we give coupon books and they're able to go and do those things and, kind of redeem their coupons, which is just cute to me.
I love that.
Yeah. And then the picture idea. So we do that. Sometimes we'll take pictures and put them in frames and give to them. I like the wood frames, that you can do, and they've got like the wooden frames with the big print. So I've gotten into that, and then we'll swap them out. You can swap them out every year. So yeah,
Love it.
easy. It's different over the years, which has been tough, but I think that's just part of it. And I think part of it is okay because you learn new things, and you kind of, for me, it's also figuring out that I don't have to go through all that craziness. There's so many things that I can do to avoid that. And I think that's a lesson for me because I used to think I had to do it. So yeah.
Yeah, I used to think I had to do it all too. But,
Mhm.
The years where something is different or things don't go to plan, or like, the dinner is burned or the kitchen's remodeled, or like, remember the year we ordered pizza, or remember the year that we, went to Hawaii, or remember the year that, and so those are some of the funnest, best memories because they stand out so well. So when things don't go to plan, don't sweat it. Like your kids you're gonna have good memories, and maybe that's gonna start a new tradition. Like that's what I
Yeah.
always tell people. Like you gotta make it work for you.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's not even about the gift too. It's about the time, the quality of the time,
Oh yeah.
games, whatever. But I think, yeah, you're right. What about you, Liam?
I grew up where I was an only child, so we didn't have huge Christmases, but I did get a lot of things. And so my daughter was an only child, and so she always had huge Christmases, and I would buy her everything that she would ask for. And then it finally got to the point where when she was about 5 or 6 years old, it was and we had started going to church, and I made the decision that she could ask for 3 things. One for what we believed was 3 wise men. Obviously, we don't know how many wise men there were, but 3 gifts were given to Jesus. So she could ask for 3 gifts, and that was it. And so that leveled that out just a little bit. And of course, she always got more, but those were her 3 most desired things. And then after she was older and gone from my home, and my husband and I got together, we started doing gifts for his whole family and gifts for all of our friends. And it just, and I'm much more, I love giving gifts. I love watching people open gifts. That to me brings me so much more joy than me opening a gift. But it got to the point where, especially after we moved up here or moved out of California, where it was so expensive to ship everything. And I am one of those people who won't do gift cards. I like to go purchase something and give it away. And that's just, there's something for me that's very cathartic in the wrapping of a gift and, throwing a personal touch to it. So anyway, last year, we started tapering down who we would buy for. This year, we actually decided that we were going to do more for Toys for Tots and less for family members that have everything. And so it took so much stress off of us because, all the kids in my husband's family have all the other family members buying for them. They don't know us. We've met them once, some we haven't met yet. And we just felt like we know that they're going to be so well cared for that this year we took a lot of that stress off of ourselves of having to buy everything and ship it down and put that money toward the needy. And sometimes that's just what we have to do. Like my kid doesn't really need anything either. So I sent her some party mix. I love to bake, and I do the same thing. I've been baking every Sunday and taking in baked goods to work. And all of the staff in my office are just so thrilled. Some of the guys in the warehouse will come up to me and be like, hey, what are you bringing in tomorrow? Or what are you bringing in Monday? And they just get so excited. And, it's the personal touch, right? And so for me, that's the experience is much more of a gift. So this will be actually the first year that Tyler and I buy gifts for each other. We never buy Christmas gifts for each other. And this year we'll do stocking stuffers, but it's been, goodness, probably 5 years since we bought a Christmas gift for one another.
That's going to be fun.
So yeah, we're really just trying to lighten our own personal shopping experience and make it more about people who really need it this year. And for us, that's more of a pleasure. So yeah, but it is stressful when you're trying to shop for an entire group of people, extended family and nieces and nephews. And I love the keeping it simple, makes it a whole lot easier. So yeah, that's our experience. I used to think that I had to keep up with the Joneses and make sure that everybody knew that they were getting something from me because I love giving gifts, but it's not my love language. Quality time is my love language. And I'd much rather go down and visit them than send them presents. So that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I love that. I love
better
all
too.
of you guys' experience. It incorporates so much of like just how different it is and how like you can create it to be what you need it to be, around the holidays and stuff. I love that you're simplifying that. And I love that you're baking for people. People feel so loved by food so much.
Yeah.
That's such a huge part of just our culture and just, life. And so that's amazing. I love your coupons, Julie. I love your stocking share. Like, it's just, I love hearing all these ideas because it's so fun. You can incorporate them and make them your own and just like, I'm going to take this from there, this from there. Like, I love these ideas, like, especially doing tots for toys. I mean, toys for tots. Sorry, that came out backwards. But anyway, you know what I mean? Like, just there's so much joy still to be had in this season, whatever you're doing.
I wanted to share this, and I'm going to try and do this quietly. I read in a book a while back about this man who, now his marriage was rocky, so he chose to do this because of that. But I loved the idea so much that this year I ordered a journal that's got 365 days in it, and I am writing down every single day something special that my husband does for me that just makes me feel special that day, and that'll be his gift from me next year. So
I love
That's
that.
so
awesome.
those are the kind of personal
No.
touch gifts that I really want to start putting more time and effort in. I also have a little coupon, not a coupon book, but a little book that I found. I'm going to have to do a little editing here. Hang on. This is a letters to open when book that I got from this little shop in an airport, and it's for my daughter. And I just write these little letters in here. And once I get all the letters written, I'll mail it to her and she can open them. And they're all based on certain feelings that she might be going through during that, at a period of time in her life. So.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
That's
That's amazing.
great.
Handwritten notes are
Oh,
so like foreign to people now. And I think it is really, it's really personal.
Yeah.
And I think people need that, that personal connection. I think that's amazing. And I think both of those are incredible gifts for someone with words of affirmation as their love language.
Yes.
Like that's fantastic.
Yeah. That's my secondary love language. So.
Love it.
Yeah.
I do want to say too, it makes me think, we used to do like stocks or bonds. I mean, just a $25 stock or a $25, little bond. And you can always wrap that up, around some kind of treat or whatever. So you still put your wrapping paper on there, but those are really neat gifts to give family if you want to give them something and you've got the extra cash, but it's something that it's a gift that kind of keeps on maturing.
Yeah.
The gift that
That's
keeps
awesome.
on giving. But the cool part about it is like years later, they still remember that gift, it's something that's still there. So
Put that sucker in a safe deposit box and you'll be a millionaire in 10 years. You never know.
I know.
You forget about it.
That's right.
You never know.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
also have given the kids like AAA, so we get it
Oh,
anyway.
yeah.
And so we have all of them on our AAA, so they're all covered under that. So you know that they at least are, have
Okay.
something if they need it, towing or a car
We've
tire
bought
or
our kids
whatever.
memberships before too. I think memberships are great because it's not necessarily something they buy for
Mhm.
themselves if you have to pay for it every year, monthly or whatever. So
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was going to say one other thing we did with our kids, or I did on Black Friday. We would always go because we would pick at my work. They had the Christmas tree, and we would pick off the cards. And every year, I would pick off the same age, same sex for each of my children, and we would go and we would buy on Black Friday. And I would have them help me pick it out, because who knows better than a kid that age to pick it out. But that was for foster kids that are, so it was a good experience. And I think, and they do remember that, and that it's, meaningful to them that they're giving something to, children that are less fortunate and being involved in it.
Yeah.
it's fantastic. We've done that a lot of years too. The same thing. And we've done the shoebox packing and different things like that. And,
Yeah.
Helping at the food pantry. And like, it's always good to do those kind of things and expose your kids to those kind of experiences, and how that feels to really help other people is huge.
Yeah,
So
it is.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
Well, this episode is coming out on the 19th. So once you've listened to it, if you are stressing out about what to buy or how to buy or things that you could buy, we hope that this is helpful to you and gives you some ideas of things that you can do that will make your Christmas extra special. And until next week, we wish you a happy holiday, and we will see you after Christmas. Bye, everybody.
Merry Christmas.